Good afternoon. In this video, we're going to go over this past week's trades and the weekly recap. Before I get into the video, if you're not in the room, you can find the link in the description of the video and in my bio section of the social media accounts. Also, I did finish the week with 26 wins, 2 losses for a 92.86% win rate for the week. So I did very, very well this week. Very happy with the week. Can't complain whatsoever. Also, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And with that said, I'll just get into the recap. Now, in the trade ideas room, if you're unfamiliar with that, I just try to post at least 1 or 2 plays before the market opens with an idea what I'm looking at. Sometimes the gap downs and the gap ups are so much that they're in the middle of nowhere, and it's hard to give a level when they're in the middle of nowhere. So sometimes, it's better just to wait the first 10 minutes to see what happens and adjust from there. But because as you can see, one of the days I had trouble getting a level was Friday. I mean, we have right down here, we had the CPI numbers, and it was hard to grab a level down here at the 394s, because I did actually say 394, but if you look at like the hourly, I'm going to switch this over, there's really not much to go up except for the hourly. I mean, we're already down here at pre-market at the 394, which is right here, and this is where the pivot is, right at 394. So I did not like having the massive gap down in the pivot, even though we had the gap down because the CPI number is just likely to keep dropping more. But sometimes what happens is when SPY has these big gap ups or gap downs, too many people get on that one side. Like, if it gaps down quite a bit at open, people will pile into puts assuming that it will go down, and this time it did. But what happens is usually it will pop at open because they want to try to take out the people that are that are trying to load in on puts. They want to try to squeeze them out before making it go lower. And if it's a huge gap up, people are going to pile into calls thinking we're going back to all-time highs and whatever. Then they end up dropping it at open because they want to take out the calls, and they take out the people that just bought calls. So it's just a big, huge mind game when you have these monster gap up and gap downs, and you just got to be cautious. And I think the best thing to do is actually wait the first 10 minutes. That's what I do. What you do, that's up to you. This is my journey. This is my plays. You just, you have your own plan and not blindly follow me. So anyway, so really get that out of the way. Trade ideas room on Monday. SPY puts under 415, and it said Amazon calls over 126, depending on what options look like. That's because of the reverse split. And I just wanted to watch the options on Amazon. I didn't take Amazon this week, but I just wanted to watch it because with the split, the strikes were, option strikes were like, I think 50 cents intervals. So I just wanted to see how they moved and what the spread was like, and they looked pretty good. They moved pretty well. So didn't take it because SPY was, SPX is always going to be the top one to go with because it moves the best if you time it right. So with that said, Monday I took let's see, let me first get on to Monday first. Is this Monday? This is second, third. Monday right here. See, this is a big run up. This is what I'm talking about right here. They run it up and they dump it at open, then they pop it a little more. So I did take puts at let's see, 946 because it did get under, what did I say, 412. See, if I had up here, why did I pick 412? 412 was way down here. We got the right day, first of all, the 6th. Yeah, the 6th is Monday, right? Yeah. I don't know why I picked the Okay, no. I picked 414. I don't know why I said 412, but yeah, 414, which is right here. This little low right in here, but I kind of round down a little bit. But I waited for the first 10-minute candle to form, and when it did, it popped up. Then it got quickly rejected. As soon as it came down here underneath this area, this is where I grabbed it. I grabbed it 415 puts at $2, and then went from $2 to $2.40. Then I ended up grabbing SPX 4140 puts at 1016, which is 1016 right here. Right here is where I grabbed it. Probably right down in here is where I grabbed it. I had the 4140 puts at 690, and they popped up, and I averaged more down at 1053, which is right here in this candle at high day. So then it knifed. So my average, I started out with 690, then I averaged more down at 450, and it brought my average to $5. And then went from $5 to 20 on that drop right there. Now, I don't like averaging down on 0 days to expiration on expiration day. I don't like doing that, but lately I have been doing it because all the pops have been getting hammered on. So when it does pop, I've been looking at it from the point of view that it's more of an opportunity to add. I'm not saying it's the best strategy, but lately it's been working for me, and I've just been sticking with it for now. This market is a short the pop market, not a buy the dip. If you're buying the dip, you're going to get wiped out. Unless you like day trade it and you time it perfectly, you might be okay. But anyways, they went from $5 to 20, and that drop right there. Then I bought more puts at 1121, which is right 1121. Okay. When it popped up, I grabbed it right here. Small bounce. I grabbed it right here. I grabbed the 4120 puts at 920, and then I caught right at the top of this little pop, because like I said, any pop it's getting hammered on. It popped a little bit, so I caught it right up here, and they went from 920 to $10. Not that much of a move, and then it popped again. These alerts got blended, so I get a look in the timestamps in the actual room to find out what the actual time was. 11:27. So that. Okay, I might have to go down to a 1 minute to see it better on that, because they're 5 minutes apart and it's in the same candle. Okay, let me bring it down to five days, because this is Monday, right? Okay. Let's see, 11:21. Right here. I caught it right here and got that little drop. So that's the one that went from 920 to $10, and it popped again, and I got it at what did I say it was? 11:27, which is right here. And I caught this little bit of drop too right here. So I got the 4120 puts, this time at $8, and then we went from $8 to 920. So in that little play right there, when you're playing at the money and you get a dollar move out of SPX, you need to take it. You get 10 contracts, it's $1,000 and what, $1,000 plus in a couple minutes, a minute. I mean, that's pretty good. Then I took 420 puts again. Okay, we get out of the 1 minute. I do not trade the 10 minute, the 1 minute, because I only trade the 10 minute. I just did it so you guys could see the play. Because sometimes the plays, they drop, they rebound really quickly, and I dip by it really quickly. Reload, I should say, reload the tracement. 20th. Okay, the 6th. I mean, I don't know. I'm all over the place. Okay. Okay, caught this move. Then I got it again at 12:01, which is this candle right here. I think I got the breakdown. It had this little bear flag right here, and I caught it right in here. I think I chased it. Did I chase it? I couldn't have chased it if I got it at... No, I probably didn't chase it, because I'm looking at, I got the 4120 again. This time I paid $6, but because I caught it in this little area, this little pop right here would have made them get crushed on the theta with theta. So I did grab again 6. I probably got it closer to down here. Maybe I got it up here. I don't know, but I got this clean break right here. I had the 41.20 at $6, and then went from $6 to 14.70 in that drop right there. Then I got the 41.20 puts again at 139, which is right here. Not right here. 139. I probably got it off the 200. I got the 41.20 puts at 490, and it popped a little bit. Right when it got up to VWAP, I added more at $3, making my new average to 340. And they went from 340 to 940 on that drop right there. So that was a nice little play right there. As you can see, all the pops are getting hammered on. Pop, hammered, pop, hammered. It's just been doing this all for months. And plus you can see right here, SPY's been staying in this 417, 418 range to 407. So we just say 417 to 407. This $10 range has been staying in this for majority of the last week and a half until CPI numbers come out. So that was it on Monday. 6 plays, 6 wins. So I'm not going to complain. It was a pretty good day. Tuesday, I did not do as well. I overtraded too much. Let's see, the trade ideas room. I said, well, make sure that mic and everything is still working. Yeah, it is. Trade ideas room. SPY puts at a 407. See, this is where it gapped down. You see right here. This is what I was talking about. We'll say 410. Well, no, I'll close right around 4. Around up, I say 412. Then it opens up at 408. So it's $4 down. Everyone probably piled in puts right at open, and this is what I'm talking about. It popped. I did take puts at let's see, 958. But yeah, the gap down, and everyone's piling in puts, and they reverse it on you on the at open. So this is typical what SPY's been doing a lot lately, and I kind of saw that. So what I ended up doing was waiting out the first 10 minutes, and I took it at 958, which is this candle right here. Rejection off the pre-market high. Pre-market high is right here at the 410.50-ish area. This is where I grabbed the 410 puts at $3. They went from $3 to $3.35, so not too bad on that. This is why you wait the first 10-minute candle, because the first 10-minute candle is always, I shouldn't say always, but you almost always is a fake out. So what I do is I'll put a level. If I put a level right here, and the candle, like if I put the, like, say, what did I say, 407, and 407's down here, and because this green candle popped and I didn't go in, I usually wait the first 10-minute candle out. Then I'll end up playing the lower day on the first candle, which would have been down here at the 407.50-ish area. I readjust, waiting for the first 10-minute candle. Sometimes you do get double fake outs where it will pop, then it will come back down to drop to make it look like it's going to drop, then it will pop again. Sometimes you just get that, and you just gotta, they're hard to read sometimes, and you don't know if they're going to do that. That's why when you take the first 10-minute candle, after you wait the first 10-minute candle and you take the next play, you got to be ready to get in and out in case that does happen, because it does. But because it did not come back down to take puts right down here, I waited for the pre-market high, a little bit of weakness, and that's where I ended up taking it. Then I ended up taking puts again. Took SPX puts at 1018, which is right. I think I grabbed pre-market highs. I mean the higher day again. I think I grabbed it there. I grabbed the 40/70 puts at 615, and it just ripped on me. I didn't even have a chance to really stop out. I mean, it just ripped so fast, and it just didn't really have anywhere to go. Then I tried to add. Well, actually, I didn't want to really stop out because of, shorting the pop. So when it did go against me really, really fast, I tried to add at 10. No, I didn't add at all. Okay, it was the next play I added. Yeah, because of 1018. which is right here. Yeah, this one went right. Yeah, this one went against me so fast I couldn't stop out. Yeah, okay, now I remember. But I did get instead of adding to that one, I ended up taking closer to the money. I took the 4100 puts at 1033, which is this candle, because I was thinking, okay, we ripped through this really. This is what 410.50, and we're already up here. We made a $3 move in a candle basically. Then I was like, okay, this is an extreme pop. I took it here. I took the 4100 puts at 650. I took it small. I think I took it for like, I can't remember. If I had to guess, I think I took it for like 5. Then I added 15 more at 330 at 1051, which is this candle right here. Okay, so I added in here, and I added more up here. Waited for weakness, this first red candle to form, and when this red candle formed, this is where I added 15 more, I believe. I'm not 100% sure how much I added, but yeah. So my went from 650, added at 330, and my new average was 370, and they went from 370 to 460. Okay, yeah, because I caught it right here. Yeah, as soon as they went green, I got out. Then it popped up again. I grabbed 11. I grabbed them at 1140. Right here. 1140. I'm kind of puzzled why I did this. I can see why. I know I'm against it. I'm red, and I add, and we get the little bit of weakness right here, and I sell this pop right here. I get why I did this. Then it popped a little bit. I don't get why I didn't grab it right here at 1120. My next put play was 1140, which was right down here. I don't get why I didn't grab it right here. Maybe I didn't like it or something. I don't know, to be honest. But I get why I got out. I don't know. Anyways, 1140. I took 4100 puts at 510, which is 1140 right here. So I probably took it right underneath this area right in here. And they went from about 510 to 760 on that drop to VWAP. I still don't get why I didn't grab it up here, but this is why I do the recap so you guys can see. And plus, it helps me like understand, because I don't. Sometimes I review my plays, but when I do the recaps, I actually get a full look at what I'm doing and why I did some of the plays I do. And sometimes I just like look at my plays and I'm just like, why did I do this? Why did I do that? And so these recaps not only help you, they help me too understand, okay, why didn't I take it here? I should have taken it there. But anyways, I got it right here. I got that play. Then I got it again at 1205. The 4100 puts at 1205, which is right down here. 1205, right in this candle. So it popped up. I probably got it up in here because I got it at 470. So yeah, I got it at 510. So yeah, I probably got it right up here, 470. And they went from 470 to 750 on that little play right there. Then I ended up taking 4120 puts at 1251, which is right 1251 right here. Okay, now I see why I took it here. And you got the drop here, and it came back up. This is the breakdown area right here, this 4260th area. And it came back up and retested the breakdown area. Usually what happens is it will drop, come back up, drop down, and come back up, head up, bounce off VWAP, come back up and retest the breakdown area, which is this area right here. And I thought, okay, we were gonna slam down, kind of make like an inverted cup and handle, because that's how inverted cup and handles are actually made, is that they come back to retest the breakdown area, then they come back down to like VWAP, and they would make it like a little cup and inverted cup and handle would be a cup, and there'd be a handle. If it rejected, then this would be the neckline right in here, but it didn't. I grabbed the 4120 puts at let's see, 1051 at 820. Then I averaged down at 117, which is right here, right in here. It did come down a little bit, but I don't think it came back down enough to make my things green. I think that they were close, if I remember correctly, because I had my new average was 515. I got it at 820. at 350 and at 370, making my average at 515. And it got a little bit of a drop. I don't think they even went green, because if they did, I would have taken it probably. So if I remember correctly, I think they came close. They came like the 480s and 490s, or maybe even 5. And I thought for sure it was going to dump. So I was pretty comfortable in that play that I took a loss on, because the first loss was the 470, the 4070 puts I took in here. So when I grabbed this, I'm thinking, okay, higher day, it's going to reject higher day. That's why I added. And we were going to get this nasty drop, and it popped, and I took another loss, my second loss for the day. So then I took puts at 2 o'clock, 220. So this went against me, and I didn't average down, but at 220, which is this candle rate, 220, yeah, this candle right here, when it broke a higher day again, it was a false breakout. So I grabbed it right here for the draw. I grabbed the 4140, because the last one I had was 4120, so I went closer at the money. I got them at $6, and then went from 6 to 8 right here on that little drop. And I was kind of surprised that, you know, it kept making higher lows and breaking out. So this caught me off guard. Then got out. Then I didn't get this. I got this. And I reloaded this and got that. Then I tried to get the higher day drop, and normally that would have been a good play, but it just squeezed, and took 2 losses out of that. So it is what it is. It wasn't the greatest day, but only 2 losses for the week. Was on what day was this? The 7th, the 12th. What day is that? 12th. That's today's day. The 7th, which is Tuesday. So yeah, my 2 losses were on a Tuesday. Then on let's see, Wednesday the 8th, Roku. I took Roku. I said, let's see, SPY puts under 413, and Roku calls over 102. Now, Roku popped on, I believe this was the rumor that Netflix was going to buy out Roku or something. I can't quite remember. Yeah, I think that was it. So I waited out the first 10 minutes. Roku has kind of been sketching me out lately, because every time it starts to pop, it sells off and loses all its gains. And the thing that's really weird about this was it popped on the Netflix buyout rumor. Then later in the afternoon, because it went from like what, 93 to 105. Then later in the day, they said the rumors were false, and Roku didn't even sell off. It stayed elevated. It was kind of hilarious once you think about it, because the actual news was the buyout, and they said the buyout was fake or not true, that it dropped. I think this is where it dropped right here. Then I just, who cares? There's hope. I don't know. It's stupid. It was kind of funny though. But anyways, I had the 105 calls at 260 right here, and they went from 260 to 420. So that was a nice little play. Then I took SPX right away. I love the SPX daily expiration days on the 7th. Make sure I get the right day. No, the 8th. The 8th. I already did the 7th. Okay. Took SPX 4130 puts at 1002, which is right this candle right here. Let me blow this up. Got weakness in the red candle right here. I took it the next candle as soon as it broke below this. Took the 4130 puts at 710. They went from 710 to 1260 in that dump right there. Then I reloaded again at 1027, which is right here. It dropped back down. This is where it broke down. Grabbed it again right here, and I got them at 650, and they went from 650 to 930. Then I reloaded again at 1111, which is right here, right at near the higher day again, and I got them at $6 this time, and I probably got it right closer to here. Then I had to add at, I added at 410, making my average 460. This is one I probably ended up taking a pretty good size on. So my average was 460, and they went from 460 to $17. I grabbed it right here, and I think I might have averaged in right here, 1122. Is this 1122? 1122. Right here. I averaged in right here. So I probably added closer down here and averaged down right in here, up here. So yeah, they went from 460 to $17 in that drop. Then I got them again at 227, which is 227. 227. Right here. Right in here. You can see range 415, 411, not that much of a range because usually SPY's been trading in a $10 to $1,500 range for months, and now we're in a tight range where this particular range was $4, so it's not that extreme at all considering what it has been. So caught that move. I probably should have grabbed this, but I don't know why I didn't. Then we had all this back and forth bouncing right here. Bounced up, came back down. And then when it came back down to test lower day, I grabbed it right here in the break. I grabbed the 4110 puts at 760, and they went from 760 to 1020. So I probably got a little bit of a bounce rate. Let's say I got it 227. So I got it in this candle. So okay. What I probably did was I probably got it right here. For some reason I thought I got it down here, but no, the time says 227, so it would have been in this candle right here. So I probably bought the breakdown of this little consolidation right here, because you get the drop, retracement. And this is one of the things I always watch for, is when you have these large green candles, like right here. This is a perfect example. When you have these large green candles, red candles, they retrace 50% usually, and it retraced right here, but then it fully retraced right there. But that's one of the things that I look for, is like this, because I usually end up retracing like 50% before going lower, and it dropped, came back up, then it consolidated. So when it broke below this area right here, this is where I ended up grabbing the 4110 puts at 760, and it went from 760 to 1020, and I was like, okay, I'm done for the day. I'm not doing any more. And then on the 9th, which is Thursday, what I say, Tesla puts under 740 and SPY puts under 409. So I did take Tesla right at the start. Let's see. I took Tesla at 933. Now, I can't remember why I took this. Obviously, it gapped up. It gapped up for some reason. I think that it had bad China delivery numbers, or China was not numbers were slowing down on new buyers. I don't remember. It was something to do with China and bad numbers, and of course Tesla popped. It was kind of hilarious because bad news things pop, good news things drop. It's a crazy market. But anyways, Tesla and Baba are one of those few stocks that if you put a level in, it does not usually fake out. If it just starts dropping or popping, it just keeps going. And I have no problem jumping into Tesla or Baba. You get familiar with the stocks and how they move, and that's why I trade like the certain 10 or so stocks I always watch. You get to know which ones fake out and which ones have a higher probability of not faking out, and Tesla and Baba are those stocks that don't. So I don't have a problem jumping in Tesla right at open. So I did grab 710 puts at 933, which is opening candle. Dropped down, grabbed it right here. Right underneath the 940 area. That's what I said, right? 940. I had the 710 puts at $6, and they went from $6 to $7.65. So it's a nice little play. Then it popped. I mean, it's crazy. I was expecting it to, I almost filled the gap, but I was expecting to at least come back down here to 720, even 725 to 720, but it dropped enough. I mean, still, you get $1.65 out of it, so that's a good play. So Then I took what? SPY puts at 942. Let's see. 942. Okay, I waited for the first 10-minute candle, and the body's right here. What did I say? The 409, which is right, this pre-market candle right here. And I just average out. I mean, technically it's 409.08, but I just average round down or round up, so it's an easier number to remember. And waited first 10-minute candle always. Drop, it pops up to squeeze people out a little bit, then it comes back down. This is the double fake out that I was talking about. It pops up, so everyone's probably piling the puts right at open, and then it drops, and then it comes back down, making it look like it's gonna have a nasty drop. Then it pops again. This is a double fake out right here. This happens a lot. You got to anticipate it and be ready for it. That's why when you take the first 10-minute candle and you play it after the first 10-minute candle is been printed, you got to be ready to sell if you take it in case it is a double fake out. And so yeah, as soon as it broke, as soon as this first 10-minute candle formed and it broke this 409 body candle of what, 409.25, this is where I grabbed the 408 puts at 280, and then went from 280 to 316 in that little drop. You just always sell into strength, and then just cut the rest at break even. And that way you don't turn a winning position into a loser. Even if who cares if it's like 20 cents, 15 cents, or 30 cents or whatever. A win is a win. You don't want to turn a win into a loser. I know there's certain circumstances where, like SPX, if you're green, you can blink and you can be red and you won't even have time to react. I mean, it does happen with SPX. SPX, you can make a lot of good money on it, but it also can do the same to you on the other end of the spectrum, where you can lose a lot too if you don't time it right, or if you don't play it right. That's why you need to just be very cautious with SPX. So yeah, 280 to 316, not that bad. Then I did end up taking SPX the next play. I took 4070 puts at 1011, which is right here. So you got the big green candle, big fake out, and then you get this big nasty engulfing 10-minute bearish candle right here. As soon as you got to the next candle, I grabbed this little drop. I grabbed the 4070 puts at $6, and they went from $6 to $8.20. Then I grabbed the 4070 puts again at $11.29, which is right. I didn't grab it here because it's too early in the day, and who knows, spike and drop, come back up and pop. I mean, it's just, to me, I felt it was too early to reload. So I just waited to what? 11.29, which is right. 11.29. I got it right here. Right here, 11.29. Looks like I got it in this candle right here. Oh, yeah, because you get the drop, come back down to low of day. I probably missed it, so when it popped up a little bit, I grabbed it right here, and you can see right here to here that I got the 4070 puts at $5 and went from 5 to 6. So they dropped just a little bit right there, thinking that we were gonna hammer on and break the lower day right there, but we didn't. Not yet. So then I ended up taking them again. SPX puts again at 4080. No, at 223, which is right. 223. 223. Where are you? Right here. Right here. Right at when it actually broke the lower day. Yeah, I got the 4080 puts at 640. And they went from $6.40 to $62. It was just a crazy move. This was so annoying. I remember playing this, that this was so annoying to watch because it tested the lower day, like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times before actually breaking. And I always say the more time it touches an area, the higher probability it is going to break through the area, because it's building strength. to break the area, and you can see right here. And probably what happened was all people, the bulls probably kept buying this 406.50 bounce right here, and they probably got some small little plays right here. Then they got hammered on right here, but yeah, it did finally break, and they went from like 900%. So that was crazy. Some people in the room actually held it for a majority of it, and congrats to them. That was a huge play on that. This was fear of CPI numbers, because this is Thursday and CPI numbers is pre-market. Usually what happens is you won't get the fear until like power hour or the last half an hour, but it just started when this broke. It just started accelerating. Then when it got to 3:30, and it even accelerated even faster. So panic was coming in, and I really hate when people say that it's priced in. Fear is never priced in, because if it was priced in when the news comes, it wouldn't tank. So I think that I'm going to end up touching this on the watch list, but inflation numbers were really bad on Friday morning. Highest it's been in about 40 years or something like that, if I remember correctly. They've had 2 rate hikes at 50 basis points, and inflation is not even slowing down. It's still raging. They can't even slow it down. So I think FOMC, they're going to surprise us with something. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we see 75 base points, or maybe even a full point. I don't know. They need to do something, because the last 2 rate hikes isn't even slowing inflation down, let alone cooling down. So it's I don't know. I think something bad's gonna end up happening. But anyways, Friday, like I said in the beginning of the video, I had a hard time grabbing the levels because it gapped down so much from CPI. I just wanted to wait, so I waited out the first 10 minutes. So because the levels were 394, I just had to pick it. I didn't want to go by the hour, because when you go by the hourly, 394 is a pivot. So I didn't want to. I don't like this area. So I just told people in the room that just wait for the first 10-minute candle to form, and when the first 10-minute candle forms, we'll take the lower day. It didn't happen on the next candle. It took a couple candles, but we did grab it right here at 952 in this candle. The 393 puts at 225. They went from 225 to 378. Then I took puts again at 1055, which is right here. Dropped, popped back up. I grabbed it right here. The 393 puts at 230. They went from 230 to 375. Another good play. Then I took them again at 212. I didn't trade anything the rest of the day. Why didn't I trade anything? Took here, got there. 212, which is right here. Right here. I think that it just saw it chopping, and I just didn't want to. This 390 level was just not breaking. Plus being expiration day. I know it touched a lot, and it just kind of like contradicted what I say about the more it touches the more it wants to break the level. But there's certain circumstances where that doesn't really happen, and being an expiration day, and being after a huge dump, because we were like at the 410 area, we're down 20 points in a day. So they're pretty extreme on the RSI level, and the hourly was really low. I think if I had to remember, it was below 20. It could have been like 15. So you don't really want to short SPY on an expiration day, a weekly expiration day, when the hourly's down at below 20, 15 RSI on the hourly, which is very extreme. And that's where you usually end up seeing short squeezes come out of nowhere. And plus, so many people are on the put side that the market makers are going to try to squeeze out as many puts as possible at the end of the day. So I did take puts again at 212, which was right here. It popped up the VWAP, and when it rejected VWAP right here, This is where I grabbed the 3,900 puts at 570, and then went from 570 to 710. Then I started, thinking calls at the end of the day because of that reason, because of the hourly RSI was so oversold, and that we needed to let it cool off, and the market makers might want to try to squeeze out as many puts as possible at the end of the day, which is not what happened. Kind of caught me off guard, but it was ironically it closed right at 390 like 03 or something like that. It was ridiculous. I'm not surprised. They did keep it above the 390 level, but anyways, I grabbed calls because I started thinking of a short squeeze at this time of day, because as you can see, it's making higher lows. Now it looks like it keeps wanting to break out. So I did grab 3940 calls at 220, which is right here. As you can see, it dropped back down. I caught this. It came back up. I got a rate over the VWAP, and they went from 520 to 640. Not that much. We got $1.20 out of it. Not much. Enough for a dollar plus move. Can't complain about that, especially when it's been chopping like this. I mean, look at the ranges have been very, very tiny. Candles are very tiny compared to what they have been lately. So, but anyways, caught that, a little bit of a move right there, right through VWAP. Then when it came back down, I reloaded again at 257, which is actually I didn't reload down here. I waited for up here. I think I might have got it right in here. But anyways, got through the VWAP right here, came back down. I got it again right in here, right in this candle, right up here. And I got the 3945 calls this time at 530, and they went from 530 to 775 right in that move right there. And I just called it for the day. I didn't want to trade anymore. I mean, I did in the challenge account, but I thought for sure we were going to really squeeze hard. At the end of the day, 396, 398, even possibly 400. I mean, that would have been really funny if it went green. I mean, I know it's ridiculous. We had high CPI numbers, and going green after that would be ridiculous. But this is SPY. We have seen SPY do some really ridiculous things. Look at Microsoft last week or the week before, where it lowered guidance and went deep red, then it went green, and it went green the next day. I mean, that is so stupid and bizarre. But the market is just bizarre and stupid, and you just got to trade what it gives you and not what you want, because it doesn't care about what you want. And so I wouldn't have been surprised if it actually squeezed to 400 on Friday, but it didn't. It just dropped down, and it is what it is. So that's going to do it for the recap. I hope this has helped. I know I probably did a little bit of ranting, and got off track, but whatever. This is uncut. This is what you get, and I put in my thoughts. And so with that said, thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the room.